bum 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 bum. Just copying some stuff to the server like a mod, and then I will be back in the game. So again, again. Ow. Okay. Server. Boop. All right, server should come back up any minute. Okay. Don't need that open anymore. Don't need that open right now. That. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So, got a mod called Weapon Crate, where this weapon crate acts like a serving tray for all armors, armors, weapons, tools, which is pretty great. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I was curious if it had anything beyond laying down, if it had on the wall options, but I don't think that it does. It doesn't look like it recognizes my enchanted version of Nidhogg as a Nidhogg.
Oh my god!
fact page for it.
Sorry.
Okay.
Come on, thanks.
Left control and left alt are for rotating. Oh. Wow. That's easy. Okay. That'll let me change some things upstairs. The bombs, fishing pole. Bunch of the weapons. Wonder if the same guy makes ones that does the same for other items. There's my vinegar line. Let's see. Moon rails. Wow. There's loading and custom. There's so many things. Furniture, 70 new items with decorations and whatnot. Damn, that's... Hi, Dragon Puppets. How's it going? This is a... I was looking at this mod. So I just got a new mod called Weapon Crate. So the idea is that it lets you place weapons and tools. I think and tools. Let's find out if and tools. Lets you place weapons and tools. It does not include the hammer, sadly. Damn. Okay, but it lets you do an axe, so that's a save one. Okay, so I'll leave the hammer there. I can take away the axe. I will put a new hammer down here. How's it going for you this evening? Oh no, this vine flopped back. Why did it? It grew. It went away from how much I had it grown previously. Yeah. Okay. Let's plant another one then. Oops, not 7. Go with 3. Oh, no, too high. I'm gonna pop out these for right now. I probably need to see the bog witch and get more seeds. Yeah, I'm down to 2. And I definitely am going to need a lot more for the stuff I'm working on. Oh, okay. Got rid of all of that. Let's let it grow fresh. This one's growing. This one's growing. Alright, so I was working on a blacksmith shop here. That now. So I've got a bunch of old equipment too that I can use in there. This, actually, go with the weapon crate. So we want to use the iron axe. That. Oh, oh. Tilt, tilt. Yes, yes, look at this. Yeah, make it be a more alive, right? Yeah, that looks so much cooler being like that. I wish that it worked for the nails. Curious. So they have weapon crate, but I wonder if he's got another one that's similar. Trying to see. Yeah, I don't see another one. Oh, you know what? He's got a Discord. Ask. Open. And, yep. All right. Let me go see what I've got for equipment that I don't need anywhere else. Tankard. Does this let me place tankards? No, it's looking specifically for armor and weapons. So silver sword can go. Carapace buckler. Carapace. Ooh, does it let me do cloaks? Yes. Aw, but they're folded. That's no good. Alright. Yeah, I am recording. Okay. So, let's go like this and do the helmet. Okay, helmet up there. Now, let's rotate the shield. Hmm. Oh, that looks like a bug face. So I can put it there. I don't think I want it right there like that. I think I want it up here.
What?
Want it like tilted and to the side a little. Nope, not like that. I don't know. Huh. Let me see. There, sword. Let's do the sword. So the sword, I want it to look like it's being worked on in forge. Shield, pickaxe, silver sword. Where? Am I just blind? Iron sword, hog, silver knife. A butcher's knife. Why is there no silver sword? And why does it show the arbalist under armors? Weird. Okay, carapace shield. No, that looks weird. I think that might go better if it's on an item frame. Nope. Doesn't go any better. I think the issue is that that shield looks kind of shitty. Okay, but why is the silver sword not showing up in here? Is it because there's just too many items? Huh. That's so weird. I just got this thing this week, or mod. Try grabbing a difference. I don't want to put Mistwalker up there. There, got an iron sword and another iron sword. Those can go. Oh, I wonder if the different levels are problematic. Okay, so it sees the iron sword. Not to be like that. Ah, see, issue? That sword is in the stone. Need that to not be like that. Let's see if we can't. so this one I think I'm going to have to stick with an item frame just because the texture of the stuff on the ground is weird. I don't know which way is which it's supposed to go, so practice real quick. Okay, the stick is pointing towards where the blade goes. Put it there, and then we'll put a number 8 down. Okay, so if we did that, next curiosity, like, is there a way for me to make something seem fancier? Yeah, that seems fancier, but let's do it on ashwood instead. Then it'll stand out more. Get some more helmets and shields. Alright, helmet, helmet, helmet. Their iron sword. Shield. Put the tankard back. Helmet. Helmet shields. Oh yeah, ashwood. Let's grab a little bit of ashwood. What do you think, Dragon? You think ashwood will help it pop if I use that as the backing board? Put some swords up on the wall. That, and then do iron sword. Right up and down. It's tucked into the wood. I don't want that. I want it sticking out from the wood. Oh, there it goes. Interesting. Oh. Different textures on different sides? Is that what I'm seeing? Interesting. Okay, those look pretty cool. Let's take this off and let's use backing board. Too much. Let's try like that. Go bandage shield. Let's hit it around like that. There we go. Carapace. Okay, that's pretty interesting looking. What else do I have? I got helmets. Hey, is it Callaghan? How's it going? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Trying out this new mod that lets you use like weapons and armor or with a little bit more control for the sake of decorating and whatnot. Okay. So I brought cloaks. I think what I actually want to do to show off cloaks is grab some iron nails. I should probably take down these boxes of stuff because I've got items kind of spread everywhere. Yeah, somebody pointed it out to me earlier as an option because I was talking about how not great sometimes the item frames are when you're trying to, you know, get something to look good and get it to sit the way you want because there's not a whole lot of control. And I was saying how great it would be if like there was a serving tray for like equipment or just items in general, and then, you know, armors and weapons and stuff. And the guy that was here hanging out, and he was like, oh hey, yeah, there is one of those. It's Balrin's weapon crate. Like, all right, cool. Looked it up and here we are. All right. I probably over the course of an hour or two earlier spent several different occasions, at least three occasions, looking for whatever monster was in my base because I kept hearing this growl noise every once in a while, and I could not for the life of me pinpoint where this growl was coming from. And then when I was walking, I had pulled out my weapon and I heard it, and it's like, oh, I didn't know this whole time that when I took the Nidhogg and enchanted it with the Bloodstone, I didn't realize that it gained a growl of a voice type thing. Freaked me out so much for a while. Alright, where should I put cloaks that makes sense? We could get rid of this window and have a spot for cloaks right there. This window's got to stay because it's the big pretty one. I could make it like a rack potentially. What do I need? Oh, leather scraps too. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to use an armor stand. So armor stands still, this mod doesn't affect them, but it just gives me a little bit more choice to make the area feel more like lived in. I will show you what I mean. Although, sadly, I realized helmets, it does what I want, and it's great. weapons and shields and stuff. Doing great so far. Like, loving it. But it didn't quite hit the mark with armor, because if you look at my character, you can see the model of the armor that I'm wearing in like full form, right? So I think for body armor, item stands are still going to be a necessity for the cosmetics of it. But for things like swords, like this is cool, right? Being able to put the sword on here. Now, granted, some of the items, some of the structural items in the game, if you have seen, sometimes you go to put an item on something or whatever, and like banners, for example, you see how the stone eats the banner a little bit in some spots. Not a big deal in a lot of situations, but like the sword over here, I had to put 2 of the item stands down to get the sword sitting where I wanted. And I put it on an item stand because when I was trying to use the weapon crate, it was just kind of like absorbing it, like it was just getting sucked into the texture of the thing, the texture of the stone there. Do this and do another one right here. All right. So I was hoping what happened is that this weapon crate would give me the option to like hang a cloak, you know? But it just takes the cloak as if it were dropped on the ground. And it just takes it in its folded form. It does the same with armors. So if I wanted to put my armor down, it's just folded up. So while I think that this would work for leather armor and rags, you know, so like maybe I'll put a shelf here that I put some rag armor on or something. I don't want to do that for armor. I'll do actual armor stands, but this I want to make it like a rack for cloaks in some way, shape, or form. I'm not sure that I want it to go all the way back like that. I don't know. Should it go all the way back? Or should I make it stand out a little bit more? Alternatively, I could change the way that these swords are on the wall. I could give the swords something more decorative as a backplate. But that might be too much. I could go with a shorter beam and make it to where the sword hangs off of it. I could also have it just be where the handle touches, because I could... it's kind of a tedious thing to have to do, but I could make it to where it's just the handle. I think that these look pretty good, but I don't know. I could also do horizontal and rotate the swords so that they're horizontal. So if I put something like this, it leaves just the notch sticking out there and then the foot peg, right? And so it kind of looks like a clothing rack. That's why I was thinking about possibly changing it a bit. What if I... yeah, if I did this, then I would just have the thing sticking through, I think. I don't know. I could get rid of the back window, because that's not truly necessary, and keep the front window, and then I could put a row of cloaks on the back here. Or, yeah, fine. Let's try that. Oh, I would have left those ones on top, but that's okay. Oh, good, this one stayed. What, I'm assuming you're not new to Valheim? Is it Callaghan or Callaghan? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, so I think I want to hang some cloaks on the back. I could make it look like a coat rack. I could go, say, 3 cloaks wide. 1. Oh. And almost there. 3. To go like that. And then put a wall piece in and okay, so Callaghan. What is invalid? Okay, so what is your go-to like time spender? What do you spend your time on Valheim? Because I find myself just being so drawn in to building and I can't get myself away from it. Not that I want to, but like I could be doing more exploring in Ashlands right now, getting, you know, more material, working towards I don't, whatever the last boss in Ashlands even is, I don't know. But I could be spending more time doing that stuff. But instead, I'm building not technically necessary buildings because everything that's necessary is in my basement. Oh, why do you need more room to grow? This? Okay, how about more ground? Yeah, I'm a big fan of the build function in this game. I do wish that there was more things, but that's what the mods have been taking care of for me on some of it. Come on. Let's go with leveling the dirt. No, how about there? Oh. What does it need more room from? Try planting another one a little bit further back. What do you mean? Okay. There's really nothing we can do about it at 11:15. If you think fleas are on your blanket, then dust off your blanket and hope that fleas fell off of it, but gotta pick somewhere to sleep. The girls were both asleep on the floor, so in the bottom bunk, or you can sleep in the living room, but a whole places. Okay. Tomorrow, it could be take off all of your bedding, vacuum your room really well, make sure to vacuum it up, and then start closing your door all day, every day, so that Navi doesn't. I've been checking Navi, and she doesn't have on her back, at least, what I could. But I know that she's been sleeping in the room, and I know that Bo bed when Papa was. So, my guess would be that there's no way to stop fleeing places, filling them all. That especially 11:50. So, just if you need know, there's that blankets corner. Find some place that you want to sleep. I don't know what this thing needs. It says it needs more room, but I don't know what it needs from, because it shouldn't need more. Unless it's close to this. Try this one. Nope. One. Nope. Come on. What does it think it needs a room from? This thing is so picky. The ivy can be really picky. So, oh, you know what? It needs more room because of the ivy on the other side. So one ivy doesn't like to grow next to other ivy, so it likes to complain. Yes, building. Building is such good. Yeah, what are they? It might be good for me, depending on what it is. I am on a server that I share with a couple buddies, so it's if and when I'm adding a mod, I've got to make sure that it is something useful enough to help all of us, or at least not. I don't want to bog them down, you know, with a bunch of mods if it's something that's only going to affect me. So I try and be selective about what I add. Okay, now it needs cultivated ground. Hey, now it's not mad anymore. Cool. Not mad. Alright. So let's go like this and put that back. And then like this. And rid of that part. Oh, it latched on super quick. But yes, I am a big fan of mods, but I don't want to change the game. Like, I saw that there's a bunch of like furniture mods and stuff. I don't know that I want to do all of that, at least not yet. I think it's like I just added Mistward that gives me a programmable way to remove the mist in the radius I choose based on the device that gets added. And so I'm down for that, but I didn't add it until after ensuring that me and my friends were like done with the we're new to Mistlands portion, because we wanted to experience Mistlands for the first time in a vanilla type way before, adding something that would change the way that the world works around Mistlands. Yeah, tell me about them if you want, or you can link them. I have a mod for a bot that's a chat moderator bot. I don't know if it's going to flag anything. If it does, just know that it's automated, and I will, fix whatever it does in response to that. But feel free to post them, and if it does do anything, I'll fix it. I do. I don't have like a community Discord yet. Haven't gotten there yet. So right now I've got my basement, which is where I keep like all of my actual going to be used materials and build related stuff, like everything I can do to build with. So all the things that matter to me are down here. I tucked away all of the workbench type upgrades down here underneath to help myself save a bunch of build space. Except for the bellows, I could not find a way to hide the bellows that made sense and have it be in range. But everything else I tucked away so that I could save space. And then the stuff outside of my basement is purely cosmetic. So, like an entrance hall that leads into a dining hall type building that I need to put in a bunch more chairs, fill the tables with food and drink stuff, and then once all of that is sorted, I gotta figure out what, if anything, I want to put on the walls. Probably some shields and weaponry, maybe. Figure out if there's any other cosmetics. Definitely need to put wall sconces on the exterior at some point soon. Yeah. Hold on a second. Oh, they got rid of the hashtag thing. Custom community? You talking like building a Discord community server? So I have a server currently that is a not doing. So I have a Discord that is just currently like a friends server. I should just be actually the 86 on Discord also. So it's just like a friends server that it's me and like 24 people that I've played various games with over various times. I have been considering, because I've already got me and my friends in it, I've been considering going through and tweaking it, turning it into my community Discord, and just, giving it the old changeroo. Make like a custom area for my real life friends to be able to go, be secluded from anyone else, but then, separately make it to where it's got everything it needs. I know that there's bots for Discord that get used a lot for managing what the roles and whatnot are. I've done some stuff with the guild I was in World of Warcraft. Oh, didn't mean to shift tab that. I was in a guild and was one of the leadership, so I was helping run that stuff. So I did some stuff with setting up a bot to help with setting people's roles and all of that, but I haven't done any of that in a couple of years, at least. It's been a while. . I mean, it's not necessary right this minute, and definitely not an urgent thing, but it's definitely something I ought to do. Um, but I also don't know. I've got a couple friends that might be disagreeable about if I change the server to be like the community server for me. They might just be like, oh, well, then I will silence the server and not, have to listen to anything on it or something. Because I definitely don't want to like spam people, but I also do want to make, when I put a server together, I want it to include like an announcement section so that it's clear when I've, posted to YouTube and whatever else. Okay, put those bricks back. Put the stairs back. Oh, yeah. Okay, and then I want to put... Thinking about putting just a solid platform here, but I was thinking about trying to build a statue. But I don't know how hard those actually are, and I've never done one. So, don't know. But the server it's literally just the three of us. I had invited a few other friends to come here, but they did not. Some of them had only played Valheim a little bit, and a lot of them are busy with other games. So it did end up just being three of us here, which is totally fine. But with it being just the three of us, we've been building separately. The two other dudes work together, so they end up on a very similar play schedule. While I'm playing during the day while they're working, when my kids are at school is my usual opportunity when I play and stream. And then, oh, Finewood goes over here. And then in the late evening, when they're already in bed for the most part, usually, I get on and put in some time. So those two are building together actually on the other side of this island. I haven't looked at it in a little bit. He had started a new build over there, which was looking pretty interesting when I saw it initially. Maybe we go to sleep in just a second and go take a look. What was I going to put away? Oh yeah, honey. Go up here, and wood and leather. And then resin. Yeah, so my plan with my build that been working on is I've got my basement that is where the magic happens. Like, it's where all the meaningful stuff happens, all the building and whatnot, or crafting and things, repairs, sleep, getting my comfort up, that stuff. So all of that is down here in the basement. And then everything outside of the basement is purely cosmetic purposes, doesn't have any real purpose other than I wanted to build it. I wonder if this one will grow up with that gap there, or if it is gonna detect the gap and be like, no, I don't think so. I hope it goes up a little bit further. I think I should put in a catapult to launch myself to their house. Save me a little bit of effort. So I've got this walled off section. I've got a mage tower, dining hall. The mage tower's got an apothecary in it, and then upstairs is like what I'm going for, like the Mad Mage's secret workshop of sorts, right? Like as if he keeps quiet about what he does up there. And then the dining hall, I'm working on a small armory, and then oh, he dropped some shit here. And then there's a small kitchen. Oh, that's pretty cool looking. He is going hard with the Grostine. Wow. Wow. So when I was here last, there was like no actual stairs. It was, well, there were some stairs, but not this much. And then he's just got fucking piles of Grostine, and then he's got tiered planters. I dig the tiered planters, although I would have made it to where I didn't have to jump to them. But that's because I'm neurotic, and you know, sometimes I will rebuild something if it's not exactly how I want it. Yeah, this is nifty. I'm gonna be interested to see what else they do, but I'm also surprised. They built really far from the water, or I guess at least part of what they're building is up here, far from the water. I see. That is probably where they started on this island and then are working their way up to this big build. This is gonna be very grand. I dig this. That's some really cool trellis work that he made there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's all looking pretty cool. So I've got all the stuff in the one area, and it's all walled off. I started with tar roofing and the dark wood with the tar as like a trim accessory. And so I've been building with it, and then I got into Ashlands and found Grostine for the first time and looked at how many things you can build with Grostine, and I'm like, holy shit, you can do roofs, you can do this, like there's so much you can do. This is amazing, but also I had no idea whether it was going to be plentiful or not, you know? I had never been to the Ashlands before, so it's like, okay, cool Ashlands rock, but is it going to be rare? You know, is it going to be annoying like black marble to get enough of? Because to me, black marble is a little hard to get for how okay it is as a block. Now, I don't know why this boat does this sometimes, but it's like I guess it's like a load issue where the boat loads before this pylon does or something, but it doesn't seem to do it with the small one. I don't know. So I'm doing the tar roof on all of these buildings in this territory, and then once this area is done, I'm going to bring the wall around and wall off the rest of this and make a walkway along the edge of the ocean over here. But once I'm done with this area up here, I'm going to build around that cove over here, around the corner. I'm going to build around this cove and probably have to dig some of it out because I want it to be a little bit more circular. But I want it to be a stone-lined cove. Did you ever play World of Warcraft? I'm thinking a bit like Booty Bay, where it's in a cove. Nice, so you know. So I'm thinking something kind of like Booty Bay within this cove area. to make this inlet, right? But I'm going to use stone instead of the goblins, you know, wood structures that they have for everything. I want to use stone for most of the building and Grostine, and make it like, say, like middle to upper class kind of area with shops and a market type area, you know, have one stand selling fish and have some guys selling fishing equipment next to that, and a jewelry store with gemstones and, you know, little equipment trinkets type things. Then have a weaponsmith that does just weapons and shields, and then have an armor shop, and then possibly have also like a tailor type area where I can have the sewing materials and the linen cloaks. I didn't know came in so many different colors, so like that was a surprise. But I got all sorts of very grand ideas for the, you know, eventually, the eventually of it all. Let's see. I'll figure out what else I can put up there. Let's go with a cloak. And other cloak. Just to give variety up there. Let's do... Pop that on there, and then pop this one on there. Cloak rack. Okay. And then, oh, also, I can do on top of it. My last time I played through this, it started as a in between raid content. We were doing classic WoW, and I think that we were in a lull after Black Temple and waiting for Sunwell. So we were still doing Black Temple, but it freed up a lot of our time because we weren't having to prog it anymore, and we were clearing everything in one night. And so we got a Valheim server going, and I think I just ended up being the only one who was still playing by the end of it. What am I going for? Oh yeah. Gonna go for leather. Rag. Let's do rag. Do I have any extra rag stuff? That's bronze. Leather. Well, you know what? Let's do a leather. And rag. Do I have the other part of leather? This is leather tunic. Grab some gear. So I think I ended up being the only person still playing, but I was building basically a wooden village, and this is where I learned my mistake. Yeah, in my opinion, it is not worth it to build all of your actual usable crafting benches in different like buildings. So I did a village, and I had a house, and inside the house I had like a basic workbench, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna hide the workbench. So I hid the workbench on the other side of a banner, like one of these deals, right? Oh, boop. Right, so I tucked it in behind a banner, and I made it to where I had to go into this small space, hit the repair bench, and then come back out, and that's it. Really small house, but it was really cool looking because it was small and kind of tight quarters, but like I took my time decorating it. It ended up looking really nice, I think. I went through and I'm like, okay, I'm going to build a storage house. I'm going to build a blacksmith. I'm going to build a tavern. I'm going to build an inn. And I built all of these places and had most of them pretty well designed and furnished. Not Not as well as I'm furnishing things now because I've learned a lot since then. But I figured out pretty quickly into that how annoying it was to have to run to a storage building to get your items out of storage, then run to a blacksmith to build an object, and then have to run back and be like, oh shit, I forgot, XYZ, whatever. I forgot the item I needed. Let me let me go back and do it again and run it back again. Yeah, that root one looks really cool. Alright, so the other thing I wanted to do was plop on top a leather tunic or rag tunic, ag pants, then leather pants, leather top. Okie dokie, that looks cool. Now I need to build a forge up here. I'll put it right there, I think. You know what? If I build a forge over here, up here temporarily somewhere, I can get a bellows pointed at it, at the fire, as if... Okay. 6 copper, 4 stone, 4 coal. Yeah, so once I realized that the village thing meant so much extra running, I had started building a castle similar, not similar to this. I built a castle that was, a castle, but it was not anywhere as big or intricate as this. I never got around to that part. I was building in a much smaller capacity. And it's again, there's so much I didn't know that I know now that changes the way of doing things. I want to carry all this shit. Put this treasure down, resin down, down. What was the bellows gonna take? Chains, that's right. I expected that. 4 chains. Oh. Alright, so I think what I want to do is see if I can't plop this down and then have the bellows. I want to actually have the bellows pointed at this fire if possible. Nope, I gotta switch sides. There we go. Okay, so let's do this. Let's put you right there. And then a bellows right there. And then we'll put the actual forge I think this is fine. It eats up a little bit of that walking space, but I don't think that's gonna bother me. We'll find out if it's gonna bother me. So this mod, for some reason though, it doesn't see the silver sword. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because it ran out of item spaces or what, but it doesn't see the silver sword in my inventory. And I don't know, but it sees the arbalest, but it has the arbalest listed twice. Once in armor and once in weapons. That's weird. I don't know. But this one I can use an item stand to do what I want with it anyways. Do 2 item stands because it's getting absorbed in anything. and then boop. Now it looks like it's getting work done. Okay, so what else? What else can I do in here that makes sense? I got a sneaky access point here too. I'm plopping them around everywhere I can, basically. I want like every building to have an access point to the basement as if it, you know, was some big necessity for me to be able to sneak. Even though, you know, there's no PvP or anything to worry about at all. Trying to think what else I can do in there. Okay. This looks like it's worked. Huzzah. Okay, so I want this to be another downward option for me. Do I have ash? Building camera, custom hammers edition, building camera. I think I've seen the building camera one, or at least one. I don't know if there's multiple. Don't know about the comfy one. I'll take a look at that. The building camera one, I'm intrigued by, but I don't know for sure, whether I need to bother with it or not. I do have a client-side only cinematic camera, so I can get a decent look of things, you know, but not until after they've been constructed, at least. But I can look at things from whatever angle I want. Definitely a good one, the cinematic mod. It lets me set a track for running the camera on, and then I can record like nice like cinematic flyby type things. Let's see. I need to do another grind wheel. I want to do an anvil up there. Maybe I get rid of the bellows and I just get the anvil and have it there on the side. Did you make these, or are these just something that you use? Oh, didn't mean to auto run. Okay, so definitely want to do forge tools in here. Oh, you know what? I intended to do some out here too. Forgot about that entirely. Okay, so let's do this. Let's put this on the wall here, and let's get just a regular anvil here for 20 iron. I had intended, I was working on the I don't know what it's called, boat construction area, and I forgot I was gonna put a row of tools here too. And I could also do the other tools also. That would make a lot of sense here too. Yeah. You probably know this trick since you're into building, but some of the stuff, you know how when it gets like stuck in the wall like this, having the stone stick through. I found that one of the easiest things to do is to plop a sign on the wall and then attach the item to the sign, or even two signs if you need to. And it usually fixes making the item stick out enough that it doesn't get sucked into the wall to, you know, mess with the cosmetic of it. Since the wall texture sometimes visually eats things. Let me go put these other tools on the wall first. Do we think like this since the anvil's right there? If I did a horizontal one, it would be... Yeah. Fuck you, rabbit. Jesus Christ. The fuck? That rabbit was gonna try and take me to hell. Yeah, I think that's a good way to do the tools, having them hang like that. Alright, drop this. Okay, so an anvil. Okay, I think that makes sense, right? Get a little bit. I want it to be seem like I can get the tools. I think I still want to put the other tool shelf up, though. Fine wood and obsidian. I mean, I haven't thought about obsidian in a long time. Yeah, I plan on putting a dock outside. I have to sneeze. Excuse me. Usually I get 2. If I get 1, I usually get a second one. So we'll see if that shows up. I have a bit of island peninsula out here. I want to put a house out there to be like kind of fancy rich person's house, sort of. And then have a dock right out there with it. Actually, let's move this. Okay, so let's see about me reshaping this a little bit. So I built these grates over my downstairs blast furnaces in an effort to, you know, both make them look nifty, but also make it to where I could walk across them and not fall in or anything. I wonder if this will block the smoke. We'll find out if it becomes a problem. Alright, that grind wheel makes more sense. I think what I want to do is maybe put a couple armor stands like back to back right here in the center. And put a couple different sets of armor on them. Although, I mean, at least the helmets do look pretty nifty here. But the helmets do also look good on the armor stands too, I think. Trying to think of what else I could put on the walls in there that makes sense. Don't want to do wooden, although I'm sure I could find a nifty wooden spears. I don't want to do magic of any kind. Not in there. I want to leave that to the mages thing for now. You know what? I could put the porcupine on the wall. Another mod. I'm not against it. Like I said, I have to be a little picky because I don't want to flood the other guys with, 1,000 mods. But we'll see. It just depends on how useful it is to me and if it would also be useful to them. I know that a lot of mods are client-side, but I also know that some client-side mods just straight up break if a player who doesn't have the mod goes near it. It can cause bugginess to happen. It just depends on, the mod, really. Keep the ashwood on me because I might need it. Oh, that would be interesting if it's a placement mod. Well, I guess my curiosity with a placement mod like that would be, say something like the item is getting sucked into the wall like a banner or whatever. If I wanted it to come off the wall a little bit, it would then end up being floating. So, like, what does it do to tell the game that it is actually attached to a whatever object? I need nails. Put them on stairs. Double check I didn't put them over here. Because, like, when I use a sign, obviously the sign takes over as the item that's being attached to the wall, and then having an item attached to it. So that makes sense. And if it's just a matter of rotating items, that's not a big deal. If you can get better customization out of it, that's great. But the item still has to anchor to something once it's placed. So my curiosity becomes, like, how does it handle placing the item if it's trying to pull it away from the wall or whatever. Iron nails. Oh, now I'm carrying too much. I don't need that many iron nails on me right now, so let's go with half. Fine wood and leather scraps. Fine wood. I don't need the dwarf eye. Leather scraps. A skeleton surprise. Oh boy. I was actually just saying earlier, like, I didn't want to jinx it, but I haven't been raided in a long time. Where are they? Oh, hello, skeleton. This would be a good time to have an Atgear. Oh, you know what raid I got against me the other day? 2 days ago that I had never seen before was I don't remember what they said. It was something like "she comes for you" or something like that, and it was the quest one that comes from the quest-based Black Forest dungeon, the Brennana. I think Brenna is right. It was basically her and a bunch of 1 and 2 star skeletons coming at me. Get my block skill up, huh? So I guess that mod is just going to be making it then to where items are sort of allowed to float rather than being forced to be anchored to something, or you can place an item that would be allowed to float if it's allowing it to be placed outside of touching the wall. How is this thing still alive to the... Oh, because it's missing. You're welcome, Rogue. I saved your life. That's interesting. I imagine that that one would be required as a server side thing for the server to understand what's happening once items are attempted to being, connected in a way that it doesn't expect. I'm just guessing because I don't know for sure because I don't write mods. Okay, go get my stuff. Oh, let me grab food again. Alright. Put the grinding wheel in place. Oh, I wanted to get some obsidian, but I could do that one too. The doi. But let me get these down. So I want to do... say like that. Try it this way, making them back to back and all connected at the base, and then I could probably hide that base. Alright, let's do bronze here. I think the arms are going to be touching and I'm not going to like it. That's not bad. Well, that's interesting if it's not required. Need one more set of something on the other side. I could do the troll armor. Although that's a cloth-based thing instead. Drop those real quick. See if I can't. Got upstairs to go down. Oh, there. Okay, so that's so irritating that it's so slightly off. I've got to attach these stairs in a slightly off position in order for them to be the correct width to squeeze past in a tight corner. Oh, hey, thank you, C Goody Funk. Let's just go with Goody Funk. Appreciate it. I am working on it, trying to make it more. Gotcha. Yeah, I just figured that if that mod you're talking about is gonna allow the game to let items be placed in, some different XYZ coordinates than what would be normally expected, and I imagined it was going to be a requirement of some kind. But I mean, like I said, I'm not against giving it a go. What was I gonna do? Oh, porcupine. I think we'll put porcupine on the wall sideways right here. We'll use the crate. Yeah, buddy. Alright, how about bows? Oh, too heavy. Okay, so that's a problem, which is probably just the texture of the stone being the problem. If I went like this, mount a bow on it, have it be visible. Okay. This. Doesn't look like it's perfectly flat when it rotates out, but I think that's as good as it's gonna get. I think that makes sense. Let me do one other real quick. I think could look nifty. Let me do, actually, I've got one in here, I think. Let's do both of these. I got a plan. Interesting that it just ate the style. Must be a new mod if it's just eating the style off of those. Which is not, it's not a terrible thing, but for it to consume the style off of it is rough because I wouldn't want to, lose the style. Like, I guess this banded shield was probably styled before because that does have an option for a style and I just didn't pay attention when I mounted it. Oh, whoops. Damn. So I guess I probably want to use a shield that doesn't need to have a style to look nifty. Okay, this is my kitchen. Oh, I forgot. I was going to make a couple troll hides. I'll show you the kitchen after I make 2 troll hide cloaks to hang up in there like coat racks. I think it's just troll hide, right? Bones. Gotta have them bones. One, two. Sneaky passage to come up in the armory. I did not want to build one into the kitchen because I don't know where I even would. The only thought I had for the kitchen was that I could potentially make it to where you have to walk through fire to get to it. But that feels a little much. And then I don't really have space anywhere other than like right here to try and go out. Alright. Boink, boink. Let me grab a little bit of wood. Oh, I didn't mean that. That. Okay. So that is going picky on me. I like that. There we go. And then There we go. I think that's good. And then go on top. Boink. 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 We'll even match it. I think I want to make the coat rack a little bit tighter. Oh, I can't reach the placement part. Nope, 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 don't put it on. Damn it. Being so picky. Fuck it, we'll just put it on now. Alright, alright. Alright, so here's my kitchen. Got an oven area with some cooked foods. Got stuff cooling on the windowsill. Cooking utensils. Got the butcher's block out with a bunch of meats on it. And then got a bunch of drinks. Some ingredients. Some cooked foods on top. And then a bunch of drinks and more ingredients down here. Decked it out pretty good. Of course, fake support beams as if they were, you know, adding actual structural integrity to them. Alright. Oh, workbench, obsidian. Or pools, rather. So, I probably need a little more wood, except I've got wood up there, so that's fine. I am getting very tired. Try not to yawn. I am using up all my iron, so I might have to do another iron run time soon. Alright. And fine wood. Let's do this, and let's just put a dark board as the backer, and then pull the workbench closer. I think. Oh, you know what? We should put an adsy. We should put an adsy out here, but I don't know that I have the bronze for it actually. Let me check what I've got for stone up here. Nothing. Oh, I needed to do full shelf up there. One more iron. Yeah, I think just gonna have to call it quits in a few minutes because it's getting late. I'm getting a big tired. I think that'll look better overall. Damn. Yeah, that's fine. Have to do some more something for lighting over here. Yeah, definitely doing an ads over here. Do another box just for now. Drop the ashwood there, take everything else away. I think I'll use Grostine to make something for the... No, I'll leave that big open, I think. This is going to be access point. One, two, four, bump, bottom. That's fine. I need to bring our stone up again. Hey, there's more stone. Yeah, let's go like that. No, let's not go like that. Let's take it in. Yep. that. And that'll just be height that it goes to, and that's it. Cap it off. No one will know. Who's gonna know? If you know what I mean. This right here. Go like this. Hell. Grab more stone. I got a lot of tar, so I think I'll be able to finish the roof tomorrow or next time I'm on. Finish the roof over on the other building. I will probably finish the blacksmith and the dining hall and get them fully decorated. And then continue working on the wall. Grab the ash. What do they have over here? Go with a ground piece. There we go. That's not what I meant to do. Give me my shit back. I think that's pretty cool looking. Let me do the troll armor on the other one. Should I feel like I should make it pop through on that side too. I can just have it drop in. That's not what I meant to do. Grab some stone. Oh, I think I'm out. Oh, shit. Oh, you know what? It might creep over on its own and deal with it for me. Let me try leaving some stone in its place. There and there. that out and get more. All right, that'll be good. Okay, 5. Have to get more seeds tomorrow. Trying to figure out if there's anything else that would make good sense in. I mean, this looks like a tool, but I don't have another majestic carapace, so that's not happening. Oh, there's bronze. What did I want bronze for? Oh, yeah, the ads. Makes sense over by the boat. Definitely don't follow that. Right. Don't think I'll need any more obsidian up here, but you know. Alright, alright, alright. Okay, I'm gonna drop everything and I gotta get to bed. It's late. Bones. Roll hard. Excuse me. Big yawn. All right. Callaghan, if you're still there, thanks for hanging out. Goody Funk, if you're still around, thanks for checking out. Seth, nice to meet you, but I am just about to take off. You're over on YouTube, so if you check out stuff on my channel, I've got some more of my build and some shorts and some longer stuff, and then if you subscribe, you'll get notified the next time I go live. Might be tomorrow, might not be till Monday. I think I should be good to go all this week on getting on throughout the week during the day, but we'll see. But hey, thanks for checking in. I appreciate it, and hopefully see you around again. I am gonna hop off because it is late for me, and I got children in the morning. Thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah, be sure to check out if you're interested in the build stuff. I've got videos of some of the progression or building. I have done some flyby stuff that actually I need to do. So I have a camera that does a flyby. I'm gonna do the boat area and run it real quick. So this camera can run and I can do a recording. So I'm working on trying to put together like a time lapse where it's, going to be like fading past of as things changed on this specific camera load, like the exact path of it, the changes over time kind of thing. Yeah, I recently saw some people talking on Reddit in the same essence. Reddit, there is a Valheim Reddit, and then there's a Valheim builds Reddit, and then there's a Discord for Valheim. And then if you're on Facebook, I saw that there is a couple Facebook groups that are similar. There's a lot of people posting things that they've built, and a lot of what you can do with it is just mimicking some of what you see and, putting something together from it. A lot of what I did was just like build what I need and try and give myself space. Don't build my next item too close to what I already have, because you can always feel like you can always fill in the gaps. You can't generate more space, Load this one and run it real quick. So this blacksmith shop that it's kind of the highlight of this video, of this flyby. That's what I've been working on this evening, the last couple hours at least. Trying to make a nifty and interesting cosmetic for it. But the flyby camera, I kind of had to guess when I was putting it together, because I barely even had walls up the first time I ran the camera. There it goes. Okay, and then the last one is the full base run. This one I started ultra wide because I have plans to take over this bay. Thank you. I posted some of this on Reddit when I was working on it. Some screenshots and video clip of this mage tower here. Inside the first floor is an apothecary, and then when you get up to the top floor, it's like the mage's private quarters that in my mind, the mage is, dabbling in some dark magic kind of thing. So he's got like a wraith trophy up there and some other stuff that's like a little gothy, when I built it, I didn't have access to magic items, the gear or staves or anything, so I might go back in and add some of those things into his room now that I do have those. I feel like there's probably more I could do to the boat area, but I'm drawing blanks on it right now. Whew. I just did the kitchen over there. I mostly did it this morning, and then I did the dining hall on and off over the last week or so. And then I still need to like furnish the dining hall. All I put in it so far was tables and lights. I still need to put in a bunch of chairs and then put food all over the table and put some stuff on the walls for decoration, probably shields and swords and things. Maybe a few trophies, but if I did trophies, it would probably be just like regular trophies, like deers and stuff, and not monsters, because I don't want to give it the gross vibe. I want it to have a more just medieval kind of a vibe to it. But I did. I'm doing sneaky hidden access points to my basement all over, so that I can access my basement from anywhere in this territory. I just haven't finished it yet. There's a lot. But there we are. Yeah, check out the channel if you want. And then whenever I go live, it'll be Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. I have not figured out yet putting myself out there through like Instagram or TikTok other than posting short content. So, not live there yet, but yeah, I've got all sorts of stuff out there so far. And then I've got a bunch of stuff recorded that I need to get put together for time-lapse stuff. So, but hey, thanks for, stopping in and checking it out and subbing, and hope to see you again next time I'm on at some point. Anybody else appreciate you being here?